And we're back. Here's another video for working on creating some better movement through our shoulder girdle by loosening up some of the soft tissue through our different muscles. We worked previously in our scapular region, working the ball in different movement patterns going down our scapular region, and then we worked a little bit out here on the outside of our lat, what's called our teres minor, teres major area on our shoulder region to kind of help loosen it up there too. Again, when I was done with those, my shoulder felt really good. It felt pretty fluid, like I could move it wherever I wanted to, and it had no discomfort, no twinge, no tweaks, nothing at all. The other area that gets really tight for a lot of people is actually going to be, and I'm going to get really close to the camera here for a second, really close, right? It's going to be right in here. We're going to look right in here at the pecs. And what we're looking for when we get to the pecs is a big part of the soft tissue. Now, ladies, if you do this, don't get it down too low. That's not going to feel so good, right? But man, we want to kind of be, anybody can kind of bring it out from the side of your body. Come over here a little bit. Put it in here, right? And then what I want you to do is take a brick, take some kind of yoga block. Here I'm using the yoga brick from Trigger Point Therapy, and you can also use any kind of block or brick, and then I'm going to push down on it. Okay, you can kind of see right there. I'm going to go sideways now, and once I'm there, I'm going to compress the ball. Okay, use my hands to compress the ball. Now I would usually put both my hands on top, but I'm going to kind of skip doing that so you guys can kind of see a little bit, and I'm going to move the ball in a circular pattern underneath the block. Move the ball underneath the block. And then I would go the other direction as well too. But again, if I had my other hand on top, I'd be able to create a little bit more pressure and create a little bit more resistance into the muscle and massage it a little bit harder. But again, this might be all you need. I mean, if this is super tender in there, this might be all you need, and that's okay too. So once I'm here, okay, and I've done my pivots, and again, I don't know if you guys can see that, but I'm not moving the ball, I'm moving the muscle under the ball. I will press down and then I'll roll. Now I'll move the ball towards my armpit, okay? And I might do 4 or 5 pivots each direction and then 4 or 5 rolls, and I might do that 2 or 3 cycles, and I might move the ball around a little bit, finding different areas. As you do that, you'll find, again, that your range of motion, the things that you're able to do with your shoulder might feel a whole lot better, and if you are feeling any kind of twingy feelings through here, through the anterior shoulder, out here, through the outside shoulder, might disappear a little bit, and they might start to feel better because you're creating much better fluid movement through your shoulder. So that's the pecs using a trigger point ball. You can also use a tennis ball, by the way. You can also use a tennis ball. If you don't have these things available to you, right, if you don't have these things available to you, a tennis ball will work, and you can use it up against a wall, right? You can come up against a wall right here, or a door jamb, right? You can come up here. You can kind of press into the wall. You do the exact same thing, except now you're just moving your arm around. Here, I'll come this way so you guys can see this way. Come this way here. My face is going to be away, but I'm pressing into it, and I'm just moving my arm while I'm pressing into that. I can do a little bit of rolling, not a lot, but just a little bit to kind of work on loosening that up. So if you don't have this available to you, and you don't have a trigger point ball, you can easily do it with a tennis ball. Just know that you won't create as much pressure. Again, this is a little bit firmer than a tennis ball. A tennis ball has some give, but you do not want to do this with anything like hard, like a lacrosse ball or a golf ball, basically because that doesn't have enough give, and you can really run into the problem of like really ticking off the tissue instead of making the tissue feel a little bit better, okay? All right, so that's your chest. I've got one more coming for your chest using a little bit of a bigger ball down on the ground. You can also do it with a foam roller, and hopefully I'll show you both versions of that as well too. All right, guys, thanks.